Are you ready for some serious brunching? I'm Karin. Welcome back to my kitchen. Brunch is one of my favorite meals for using up what you have on hand, but today my brunch inspiration actually comes from a wine vineyard. And it's from Spain, from a special vineyard that my friend Erin and her son just visited a few months ago. In Spain, there's a version of the frittata called tortilla de papas. It's filled mainly with potato and onion and is served cold as a tapa. We're going to take our inspiration from there and then add some other things as well. Oh, this butter? I got that in Spain. First, I'm going to preheat the oven to 400 and get my pans ready. Cast iron skillets are really what you want to use to cook a frittata. I'm just going to make a 6-egg frittata today because I'm cooking for myself. I might use this little guy. If you only have a larger pan and want to make a smaller frittata, that's okay. You just have to adjust with your cooking time so you don't overcook it. This is a great place to use up some leftover vegetables, or even frozen ones, like the asparagus here. I cooked these potatoes a couple days ago, and we'll just cube those up. When you're putting vegetables in frittata, it's really important that you're using vegetables that have already been cooked, or to cook them right before. No one wants weepy eggs. In these go. I'm going to pick some thyme and add that to the vegetables while they're cooking as well. If you add salt to the vegetables while they're cooking, it will help pull the moisture from them faster. And now let's start on the eggs. I'm just doing 6 eggs and a 1/4 cup of high-fat dairy. You can use whole milk, or in my case, I'm using a combination of whole milk and heavy cream. Creme fraiche is also a great addition if you have it. We're going for custardy more than we're going for fluffy here, so you don't need to beat the eggs too much. Now I'm going to add some seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, some pepper, a little bit of Dijon mustard. I do in most of my egg things. I recommend using a separate skillet to cook your vegetables. If you don't, the caramelization from cooking them could make your frittata stick. And we have our eggs, we have our cheese, and our potatoes ready to go. We're ready to cook the frittata. I heated the skillet on a medium-high heat, covered the bottom with a thin layer of olive oil, then added the egg mixture. I gave it a few seconds, and now I'm adding the fillings. Once the filling is situated and a thin crust forms from the hot pan, I'll turn the heat down a bit so the eggs can cook gently. This is a lovely local Havarti that I'm using. It's going to be really nice and creamy in the frittata, but you can use other cheeses as well. And you can see why I upgraded my pan. Now we wait while the egg cooks from the bottom. You can see that the egg is beginning to set on the edges, but it's still uncooked on the top. I'm going to let it finish cooking in the oven now. We really want this frittata to be custardy, so it's important not to overbake it. We really need to keep an eye on it in the oven because it will continue to cook even after we take it out, so we'll take it out right before it's done. I just took it out to check on it, and it's just a little too jiggly still, so I'm going to put it back in the oven. I also just turned the oven down to 375. And we're in business. There's a beautiful crust on the outside, and it's custardy and not overdone in the middle. It's going to go great with this cava. I hope you'll be transported this weekend with frittata and Spanish bubbles.